Hi boys and girls, another music lesson with Mr. Tabone, and we're going to be doing some more rhythms today from our last lesson. I still have the same piece of paper. 2 measures, 4 beats in each measure, and I have 2 lines of 4 beats. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And from last time, the different kinds of notes we had. Remember, we had quarter notes. That's 1 sound over the beat, and we say ta for that. 1/8 notes. It's 2 sounds over the beat, we say ta di. What else did we have from last time? We had a quarter rest, and you can whisper rest or you can just do nothing. And today, I have a bunch of different quarters and 1/8 notes in there to make my different rhythms. Today we're going to add this type of rhythm note. It's called a 16th note, and they usually come in groups of 4. It's 4 sounds over the beat, and in my classroom we say takadimi. So let's just practice to review those different kinds of notes. And remember, you can decide how you want to do it today. I have a couple cans of tomatoes, a couple wooden spoons. You can use whatever you have at home. You can even use the table. You can use pencils for drumsticks. You can use chopsticks, whatever you have. But this is what I'm going to use today. And if you want, you can use 1 hand, or you can use 2. You can use 1 instrument, 1 percussion instrument, remember instruments you hit, or you can use 2, or mix it up however you want. You know what, I'm going to start today by just using 1. So if this is our beat, remember a quarter note is 1 sound over the beat. Remember, a quarter note looks like this. Let's do 4 of those. 1, 2, ready, say ta. Ta, 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 ta. Yeah, the sound you're making is exactly like the beat in 4/4 time, but don't worry about that for now. Just know that right for today, 1 quarter note is going to equal that beat. 1 sound over 1 beat. Now, 1/8 notes, a little trickier. We're going to make 2 sounds every time there's a beat. So here's our beat. We're going to say ta di. 2 sounds for every beat. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta di, ta di, ta di, ta di. Good. And then, of course, we do have rests, and rest is easy. Let's do 1 rest. Ready, go. You can whisper rest really softly, or you can just go like that. Notice, my foot was doing the beat. You don't have to do that. You can have a brother or sister keep a beat for you, or your mom or dad, maybe on his or her legs, while you do the rhythm. If you get really good, you can do the beat with your foot while you're doing rhythm with your hands. But for right now, let's just work on our hands. All right. Our new note today, 16th notes. All right, remember we say takadimi, 4 sounds over 1 beat, 4 sounds. Let's do 4 groups of those. Ready, go. Takadimi, 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 takadimi. Remember, I'm not putting my finger on top. Good pinch around. I'm using mainly my wrist for that action. You know, if you wanted to, you could do like this. Takadimi, 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 or takadimi, 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 or takadimi, 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 takadimi. Many different combinations you can do. Just try to make 4 sounds over the beat. All right. So now I'm going to make a rhythm on this paper, and I'm just going to piece this together. Let's do a quarter. I'll have a picture of this on your screen. Quarter, quarter, 16th notes, quarter, 1/8 notes, ta-di, takadimi. Then we'll end with a quarter note, and then a rest. Okay, so we're starting off pretty hard. It's a difficult rhythm, but I think you can do it. So let's take a look at it. Beat 1 and beat 2 of the first measure, we have chord notes. So we'll say ta for that. Beat for both of those. Beat 3, we have 16th notes over those, 4 sounds. Beat 4, we have a chord note. Now the next measure, beat 1, we have 8th notes, ta di. Beat 2, 16th notes, ta ka di mi. Beat 3, a chord note, ta, and then beat 4, rest. All right, I'm just going to play on one instrument, one hand. Let's just do the first measure, top measure. You ready? Here's our tempo. Remember, that's the speed of our beat. Our tempo is medium speed. Ready? First measure. Ta, 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 ka, di, mi, ta. Good. Well, let's do the second measure, the bottom line. 8th notes, 16th notes, a quarter, and a rest. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, di, ta, ka, di, mi, ta. Rest. Let's do it again. This time I'm going to add 2 drums, 2 cans of tomatoes, and 2 spoons. I'm going to try going back and forth as much as I can. 1, 2, whole song, ready, and ta, 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 ka, di, mi, ta, ta, di, ta, ka, di, mi, ta, rest. All right, let's mix it up again. I'm going to add 16th notes to the first measure and the second measure. And then on the bottom, I'm going to have 8th notes over the first beat, 8th notes over the second beat, a chord note, and then the rest. All right, remember, you can use one hand or 2. I'm going to use 2 hands on 2 drums. 1, 2, ready, and ta ka di mi, ta ka di mi, ta ka di mi, ta, ta di, ta di, ta, rest. Good. Let's do another one. I'm going to move the 16th notes down to the bottom measure. The top measure, I'm going to add some more rest. I'm going to do a quarter, ta, rest, ta, di, rest, ta ka di mi, ta ka di mi, ta ka di mi. Let's end on a nice strong quarter note. All right, you ready? 1, 2, ready, and ta, rest, ta, di, rest, ta ka di mi, ta ka di mi, ta ka di mi, ta. Good. Now you can mess with those all you want. Remember, I do recommend having a brother or sister or mom and dad keep a beat for you while you do it. You don't have to do that, it's just a recommendation. Remember, in the previous lesson, I showed you how to cut the paper, make the notes. You can mix these up however you want. Now the next time we do a lesson, we're going to try to do 2 rhythms at once. One hand does one rhythm while the other hand does another rhythm. But play around with those 16th notes. Yeah, just for the fun of it, to end this lesson, let's just do all 16th notes. Yeah, let's just pretend that everything's 16th notes. Let's do a bunch of them. We're going to fade out on it. Ready, and ta-ka-di-mi, 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 ta-ka-di-mi.